Hey guys, Wolvie here with a Decennial Final Fantasy Opera Omnia global video for the 18th of August 2019 if you're in the US, if you're in or near the UK area, which is where the UTC time zone is, it's the 19th of August, or if you're east of the UK, again, it's also the 19th or possibly close to the 20th of August. So I'm just going to go straight into I'm going to come back in when we get to the home screen because there's a lot to go over. Now what we have here looks like it's a bit of a surprise. We got here a 7-day gem sale. So let's celebrate Fran's arrival with the 7-day gem sale. The sale will last to the 26th of August at 1:59 a.m. UTC. So don't miss your chance to get discounted gems with bonus items. Here are the 4 chests and what they come with. And you guys are probably familiar with the pricing by now. Although the pricings in my neck of the woods are United States dollars, so yeah. And yes, I am surprised seeing this, by the way, so it is what it is. Now, looks like, and I kind of caught this on the previous screen, we have here the limited time Fran alternate costume and discounted gems. If you're in the US, this is $37 United States dollars. And when it comes down to alternate costumes, I always go after these just to financially support the game. And for some of you guys may know, Global's still working on the whole Android operating server 10.0, aka Q, so we still don't have any timetable as to when that stuff is going to be completely done. And as you guys know, when it comes down to alternate costumes, these are just cosmetic changes. There's no changes to the stats or whatever, so do keep that in mind when you buy these. And I do want to point out that the alternate costume is available until the 2nd of September 2019 at 1:59 UTC, so you have some time to get it if you don't want to get it right away. And hopefully this shows up. Now we have here the Girded for Freedom event. This is the debut of Fran from Final Fantasy XII. This is practically an all Final Fantasy XII banner, which is Fran, Balthier, and Ashe. And I do want to point out that Rydia is Lost Chapter Synergy for this particular event. Unfortunately, though, they don't have anything about Cater being Special Synergy, which is a good thing. Although I do want to point out, though, with Cater not being Special Synergy, we still don't have an exact date of when her special artifact passes will be available. Although the thing is with her, she's part of the Cursed Six, and these type of passes are needed for her to be of any use in the game going forward. Which is like Vivi, what we already have with his special passives. You also have Sarah, she still has hers available. And then you also have next month being Yuna, which was confirmed in the Twitch stream. So this is the boss for the event, the Ankh Beast. Says here, weak to lightning, fight against 2 of them in the Cosmos fight. They will regularly enter an airborne stance where it becomes vulnerable to ranged attacks. You guys got your Sarah with her special passives. She actually is not a bad she's not a bad choice in the sense of non-synergy used to bring. Beast will also use Group Brave Attack, Raining Skies, grant various and afraid bust the self. Steel is supposed to inflict lots of damage to win. The token exchange is as follows: standard operating procedures. And you also get the Idoja and that. Looks like Idoga artifacts for these 4. Got blue and crystal for the tiers 1 through 3. And you have here the you need to clear the EX mission in order to get the Cosmos. Yeah, I am right. It says in order to get to the girded for free to Cosmos, but you have to clear the EX first. And this is pretty much the Cosmos. You only gain 6 tickets to clear and complete. And since Renoa, Fran's event comes with her treasure hunt in the World of Illusions. This is her tier 1 armor right here, the rubber suit. So, like I said, I will be pulling out this banner. I'm just going to get out of here. Go into the banner itself. And mind you, I'm not going to be talking about just Fran here, folks. Because there are other reworks I want to talk about, which include Balthier and Ashe. I almost said Fran, but I caught myself. So we got reworks for Balthier still to discuss. Ashe's rework still to discuss. Rydia's Lost Chapter and Banner. Alongside Squall's rework, Lael's EX, and Abyss Beta. So we still got quite a bit to talk about in this video. So this is not the end, mind you. Rest assured. So, like I just said, this banner does introduce the EX weapon for Ashe, alongside the 15 and 35 CP weapons for Fran, Ashe, and Balthier. This is a banner I actually recommend going after. I will be pulling on this, just not right away, because I just want to make sure I have as much resources as possible before I even think about pulling. And part of my plan would be to get Fran to 60-60, get the gems from her, go after the gems in Ultimate Ifrit, Ultimate Shiva, get the tickets and gems from there too, like I said, get as much resources as possible before I pull. Because that way I don't freak out. And the reason why this is a banner I recommend, because Fran is one of the few characters where, upon their initial release, they lack their EX. But it's not necessarily needed for the current content. And the fact that with Fran, she's got overflow written all over her, that makes her so special with this thing. And that's kind of why I'm planning on going after her. With Ashe, she holds a special place in my heart for this game. And that's because she's helped me catch up with a good amount of lost chapters. So those two are the reason, all those things are reasons why I'm going to go after these two. And for those of you who are pro-meta, newsflash, and I don't want to sound like an a-hole saying this, but let people pull for who they want. If banners like these are something they want, let them pull. This game, there are more parts to this game that are not meant to be rushed than aspects of the game that have to be rushed. So now, with the aspects from Fran out of the way, we're going to go straight into the rework section of this video. So we're going to go into the Squall rework first, because his came out a little while ago. But I wanted to make sure I had time to think about what I wanted to say about it beforehand. And we're just going to look at the rework sections of his extensions, as well as the crystal strength of crystal level 58. So this is a solid barrel after the rework. This is not pre-rework. And anything in red I do want to point out here is that this is the rework, the effects of it. So before I forget. Now, what do I think about Squall's rework here? The thing is, it's pretty good. It gives him some added aspects of longevity in regards to one more use of solid barrel alongside overflow from solid barrel. What kind of worries me still, to be completely honest, is the stuff that comes down along the way in sense of future content. Because he only has, as of now, 7 uses of solid barrel, which is the only way he deals overflow at this moment in time. And you have to really keep an eye on his unique buff, the Solitary Lion. You also have to keep an eye on, also, in addition, the number of uses he has on his first 2 abilities remaining, alongside the amount of bravery he currently has, because if you don't keep an eye on it, on those things as a collective, you may run into a Squall where low ability uses remaining, and it's in the base form. So that's something he's one of those characters you gotta constantly keep an eye on. Not only with the Solitary Lion buff, how many turns that has remaining, how many ability uses he has remaining when you get to the longer fights, and how much bravery he has in regards to whether or not he's going to be in the plus form or in the base form. So that's all I'm going to say on Squall's rework right then and there. And the thing is here with the banner for the first part of Abyss Beta, it is the EX weapon of Leo, which is the first, alongside the EX weapon return of Squall, alongside the 15 and 35 CP weapons for Squall, Leo, and Yuri. I'm skipping on this one in particular, is because I'm not a fan of Leo, and that's the only person I would be going after, as I already have Squall's EX weapon, and I have stuff for Yuri pretty practically ready to go. I'm just wasting my personal resources. And the thing is with Leo, he's one of those characters that when it comes to the launch, his style is perhaps the most difficult if you don't know the numbers. Because Fang, she has an easier way to launch people. Cloud owns the easiest way to launch enemies. However, even the biggest drawback with Cloud, he has a small number of uses for finishing touch. So it's one of those, it's like, that aspect when you launch enemies, it depends on who your favorite is at the moment. Some people will say it's Leia, some people say it's Fang, some people will say Cloud. And the thing is, when it comes to launch that's from the EX weapons, you have Tifa, Zidane, and Kane. So, again, I'm not really drawn to Leia, and I already have Squall's EX weapons, so I personally would be wasting my resources in the long run. Now we're going to go back into the reworks aspect. We're going to go into Balthier and Ashe, because these reworks went live a little bit before the event, so they're associated with. So I'm going to be talking a little bit because I actually like these reworks. So with Balthier, this is the Crystal Strength level 54 passive ability buff attack speed. The rework has a increase in speed alongside his attack with active buffs, increased effect after the adjustment. So a little bit of you need to keep that in mind. Now with Snatch Shot extension, the rework is as follows. Brave attack hit count becomes 2, 8 turns of 1 level of Way of the Sky Pirate, limit 3 stacks, raises Way of the Sky Pirate by 1 level when inflicting break or attacking target afflicted with break, triggers additional HP attack on a target after use, while 3 levels of the Way of the Sky Pirate active. Snatch Shot becomes Snatch Shot Plus, where the plus version Brave attack hit count becomes 4, largely increased cumulative brave damage, stolen bravery made exceed max up to 120%, and Brave attack plus becomes a 2-hit brave count, largely increased cumulative brave damage, increases active Way of the Sky Pirate level by 1, occasionally steals 1 random buff from target. So this is the thing about the Way of the Sky Pirate. The first level is a moderately increases physical attack. Second level moderately increases physical attack and max brave. The third and final level, physical attack, max brave, slightly raises his other style of attack, which is magic and or brave. Range. Blah. Range and magic. Blah, blah, blah. Now, Great Aim Extension. The rework is plus 4 uses. Additional ranged brave attack after brave multiplier. Self-turn. This is another way to get the Way of the Sky Pirate unique buff. So it says here the physical attack up to effect before adjustment is now applied as part of the unique buff. This is a same thing, raises it up by 1 level when a target is afflicted with break or it's about to be broken. Great Aim because Great Aim Plus after 3 levels. Brave attack hit count becomes 3. Tremendously increased brave damage. Cumulative brave damage. Stolen bravery may exceed max up to 120%. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is exactly what he needed. Exactly what he needed. Now, I do want to point out here with the Great Aim. So, before the rework, it was only 1 additional use. After the rework, he gains 3 more uses. And the reason why I say this is excellent, because it helps him, again, with the longevity, keeps him up and running for a longer period of time. And I say this in despite the fact that he does not get his EX weapon for some time. Now, with Ashe, the rework is only applied to her abilities. There's nothing to her crystal level 54, 58. And mind you, for those of you who've been playing Global, she already had a quality of life Eska rework from around the time her Lost Chapter went live. So some people could argue this could be a secondary rework. Who knows? And for me, I just put it down to this being up to individual interpretation. So with the Crystal Strength level 55, the rework is you get an additional use of Nord Swade's Glow. This adds a brave attack hit count becomes 3, tremendously increased cumulative brave damage. Stolen bravery may exceed max up to 150%. Slight magic attack boost, and this is the increased effect after the adjustment. Triggers additional HP attack. Thank you. And the Crystal Strength level 60, the Heaven's Wrath extension. This is an additional use. Tremendous brave boost. Stolen bravery may exceed max up to 150%. Slight physical attack up boost. Again, this is the effect is increased slightly after the rework. Moderate own max brave up boost, which is awesome. Heaven's Wrath, brave attack because brave attack plus for 6 turns. Brave attack hit count becomes 2, moderately increased cumulative brave damage. This is awesome. Now, I do want to be fair. She is an EX reliant individual, like quite a few others. But this rework really just helps her out. Like I said, I'm going after her EX, and that is mainly because she's helped me catch up on quite a bit of content thus far. So she's one of those units that carry a special place in my heart. And I'm saying this for someone who's used her to some extent in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and Final Fantasy Record Keeper when I was playing those 2 games. And keyword was because I no longer play those 2 games. So with all of that out of the way, we are going to go into the banner itself. I forgot to bring up Ashe's EX ability, and I believe I saw some video on this. This one actually hits twice, so we're gonna go into it really quickly. The EX ability Ashe has with the EX weapon is called Maelstrom's Bolt. So what this has in store is a 5-hit Thunder Elemental magic brave attack and HP attack. Stolen bravery may exceed max for up to 150%. Grants Dynast King's bloodline to self for 6 turns. And this raises max bravery and attack. Now, you hear this is the 3 out of 3. Maelstrom Bolt's chain triggers an additional arc blast. What this Arc Blast does, it's a 5-hit Thunder Element Magic Brave attack and HP attack. Inflicts Paralyze target for 1 turn. Now, like I said, this is a must for Ashe if you're using her EX. And Ashe is one of those, like I said, she's held me out on so much of the content. So, and because of that, she holds a special place in my heart. That's why I'm going after her. And Fran, I've seen people use her. Notably, Mets Play, he had a video on Leonhardt's Lost Chapter. He had Fran in this party, Payne in the party, and Sarah. And man, that was insane. I mean, I was just cheering on that in that video all video long. It was just amazing. And that's the type of pick that Fran has, despite her not having her EX weapon out of the gate. Now, the other thing I want to get into is I'm looking for the Overcoming Sadness Rydia event. This is the Lost Chapter. The limited time rewards include the Tier 4 shards in green, yellow, and black. This is the return of Rydia for Final Fantasy IV Trilogy. Yes, it's a trilogy because there's Interlude and After Years. And I think the Rydia we have here, because I know some of the conversations, is that Rydia clearly does remember Edge as well as Yang. And in this game, because she remembers him, I think this is the After Years version. Because, and I'm hoping the game brings out the kid Rydia at some point in the future, which would make things quite hilarious in my personal opinion. We're going to go over the extensions for Rydia real quick. This is it right here, Flare Extension. 2 more uses. It becomes a 4-hit Magic Brave attack and HP attack. So you're tremendously increased cumulative brave damage. Stolen Bravery may exceed max up to 120%. Increased duration of magic attack up to 4 turns from 3. This is one of those things that's needed. And the Summon Leviathan extension increases own bravery based on max before brave attack portion. Becomes a 4-hit group water element magic brave group HP attack. Tremendously increased cumulative brave damage. Deals proportionate HP damage to each target. Stolen Bravery may exceed max up to 150%. It's slightly increased effect of Max Brave Up. Extends duration of granted buffs by 1 turn. Brave Attack Plus. Becomes 2-hit Magic Brave Attack. Slightly increased cumulative brave damage. This is the type of stuff she needs at this moment on Global. Now, I do want to remind you guys, with her EX weapon, this is one of those, if you don't get it now, you have a very, very, very long time to wait till it comes back. Because there's supposedly it only came back once on JP before, and that's it. So it's one of those, if you don't get it now, you're going to be waiting for about a year to get it, for it to come back. And we're going to go into the Rydia banner itself once it shows up on the screen. It has here the EX weapon for Rydia, alongside the 15 and 35 CP weapons for Rydia, Yang, and Shadow. I did pull on this banner, got as many resources as I could beforehand, and the thing is that it took me about 200 or so tickets. 200, I used to have 530. And I also used 55,000 gems. I actually got her EX on the 11th 10+1 pull. So that's exactly when I got it. A little FYI. And the thing is, with Summon Dragon, some people are complaining about the animation and all this. Where's this dragon? I don't like this animation. Okay, I see your point. And guess what? I don't care. I actually enjoyed this, the animation, because I do feel that the animation for this EX ability, believe it or not, is another angle of an iconic moment from 4 when Rydia got Paladin Cecil, Kane, Rosa, and Yang out of a tight jam during their fight against Golbez in the Underworld. It's pretty much another angle, because if you play Final Fantasy IV, you only see the animation itself from one angle. You don't really see Rydia pulling it off. Golbez doesn't even know what's going on. So it's one of those, it's like, you need to, for me, it was another angle, and that's why I liked it. And that's why I went after it. So, to those of you who didn't like this animation, tough luck. This game will not please everybody. Now we're going to get into where the feedback's going to be mostly geared towards, which is Abyss Beta. And there's a couple of things I do want to point out here. So Abyss Beta, this is not the final version of the whole thing. This is practically global exclusive because this is something JP does not have. So the difficulty of Abyss Beta and Abyss the final version is, from my understanding, is going to go up to Cosmos. And the first level is, the quest level is at 80. So it could be a possible hit where this may not be suited for newer players. Now, we're just going to go into a couple of things here and there. And by that, the important stuff that needs to be noted. So this is the limited time rewards, which is about 24 draw tickets and 4 power and weapon tokens. And then here you have the login bonuses from the 13th through the 27th of August. And this is what you see here. And this is pretty much day 1 through 7. 10,000 gems, 50 higher guard orbs, 100 gems, 3 stamina points potions, 50 higher power orbs, 3 draw tickets, and 5 armor tokens. And this comes with a World of Illusions event, the Treasure Hunt. Easy 350 gems. The featured characters for part 1 are going to be Squall, Lael, and Yuri. Like I said, with their banner, I'm skipping it because the only thing I would be going after is Lael's EX, and I'm not in the mood to chase after a single EX weapon after having everything else. Now, and here's the thing, it says important information. Abyss Beta will become inaccessible when the final version of Abyss is released. Additionally, strata and quests cleared in Abyss Beta will not carry over to the final version of Abyss, and currently there is no set release date for the final version, but Abyss Beta will remain available until then. Now, what do I think about the whole thing with Abyss? Now, what kind of disappoints me, and to be honest here, is there's no warning, like saying you need to be at this rank, or you need to have this many characters, or you need to have a certain amount of this weapon type in order to really proceed. Because there's nothing with that type of indication, and it's already going into the deep end. This has me thrown off quite a bit, to where because where I'm at right now in it is the 3rd strata, and I'm like, I already lost interest. And then there are a couple of comments I noticed on Facebook and or Twitter mentioning that people were getting through it too quickly, and maybe not. And I agree with that, because it's like, maybe don't release so many stratas in one sitting, because that way people don't rush through it as quick. And then again, knowing that this is not a part of the game where it's newbie friendly, I do recommend having a few levels, like maybe level 50 or 60 or 40, 50 or 60. So that way, the players, the newer players, they can get through it okay. However, have like a bit of a block saying, in order to do the more difficult ones, you need to be at a certain rank and or a certain number of characters. However, with that all being said, I do like the fact that despite there's no turn limits for the majority of it, a lot of it is relying on the player with the guesswork of the number of turns to achieve the perfect runs. That I do like. And and the thing is, this is a bit of a challenge. It's something that's needed, but again, maybe not release so much of it so soon. And another reason why, and the thing is with when it comes to like either the limited time rewards or not, there needs to be a bit of a better incentive for people to want to even try it out. And that lack of incentive, I'm just like, I don't even want to do this anymore. And that's something I don't think any developer wants to hear, is that people lose interest in it pretty quickly. And that's all I'm going to say on that topic and for this video. With Wolvie here signing off, I will catch you all on the flip side.